sorry, Donna. Donna can't hear me, so she just have to take a nice deep breath in and let it go. One more nice deep breath. Taking just a moment to set an intention for why you are on your mat today. Filling your lungs, nice deep breath, and letting it go. Lift your arms, inhale them up overhead, and back down to your heart. Nice deep breath here. Go ahead and come to a seated position. We're going to take our palms down to the mat, and we're just going to find child's pose. So just taking those knees wide, those toes, big toes to touch, just allowing your bottom to sink down and your chest to fall towards the floor. Your forehead on your mat. Take a nice deep breath and let it go. Gently begin to walk your fingertips off of your mat to the right side, feeling a nice side body stretch. If you want a little deeper stretch, bring that right arm in near your knee and just press down on the floor. Fill your lungs and let it go. Walk your fingertips to the center and off the left side. Bringing that hand up to that knee. And letting that breath out. Exhaling all that stale air. And bring yourself back to center. You begin some cat-cows now. Knees are under your hips. Wrists are under your shoulders. Dropping that tummy as you look up. And then rounding that spine as you tuck that chin and exhale. So inhale, dropping your belly. Exhaling, rounding your spine. Inhaling. And exhaling. One more cat-cow on your own. Bring yourself to a neutral spine. Just take your palm to the back side and just kind of stretch out that wrist a little bit. And then switch to the other hand. Back side of that hand on there, just feeling your wrist, maybe rolling it out. Taking your right hand under your face on your mat, left hand up to the sky, threading the needle under that arm. Taking those hips up high, and that left cheek down to the mat. Nice deep inhale. Feeling this in your upper back. When you find your next inhale, unwind, bring it back to center and switch. Right hand under your face, left hand up. On your next inhale, come back to center. Taking your right arm straight out in front of you. Your left leg back behind you for bird dog. Find that inhale. And as you exhale, crunch your elbow to your knee. Bring it back out, and then take your arm and opposite leg out to the side. Come back to center. Inhale as you exhale as you crunch. Inhale back to center. Exhale that arm and leg out to the side. Very good. Come back down. Let's try the other leg. Taking that arm over, leg back, finding your breath. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, straight. Take it out to the side. Back to center. Crunch it in one more time. And out. Testing our balance already this morning. Bring it back down, all fours again. Let's take our left foot out. Just kickstand that leg out. Straighten the other leg and come to a side plank. Inhale that arm up. And then come down and just walk your fingers in the front of you to the side of your mat. Inhale your arms up. And then taking your hand down that straight leg and reaching over for gate pose. Inhale back up. And come back down to all fours. Bringing your hands and knees down, kickstanding that opposite leg. We're going to do all this on the other side. So taking that leg out straight. Reaching your arm up. Modified side plank. Finding that inhale. Reaching up. Taking that arm down. Walking your hands over to the side of your mat. Inhaling those arms straight up overhead. And then tracing that hand down that straight leg, reaching over. Bring it back up. Bring those hands down. Find hands and knees one more time. Bringing that right foot up in front of you. Walking your hand up that knee. Really stretching that front of that hip out. And inhale. Taking left hand down to the inside of that foot. Right arm up for a little twist. Bring that hand back down, straighten that front leg, bringing your toes toward you. Or hamstring stretch. Nice deep breath, sending breath to that leg. And let it go. Switch sides, scissors, switch those legs. Walking the hand up that knee. Stretching out. Was it Anita? Anita. Just came to me. Taking that right hand down to the floor, left arm up. And then walking those hands up that knee, straightening that leg, finding that monkey pose, getting that nice hamstring stretch, warming up our body for sun salutations. Okay, taking those palms to the floor, taking those legs back, tucking those toes and lifting up those hips to the sky. Nice and high, ears towards your elbow. Walk out your downward facing dog here. Just start to notice how your body feels. Kind of stretch from side to side, finding your breath, inhaling deep. and letting it go. Lifting your left leg up to the sky. Bend that leg, and then stack that hip on top of the other hip. Roll out your ankle. Take it back up to the ceiling and bring it to the floor. Right leg up to the sky. Bend that knee, stack that hip. Roll out your ankle here. Bring it back up and down. Take your feet, slowly start walking them up to your hands and find a ragdoll pose. Your feet make a number 11 and your belly is just going to hang over those legs. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Maybe grab each elbow, gently sway side to side, feeling that blood rush into that head. Take your palms to your shins. Carefully give yourself a half lift where the crown of your head goes to the front of the room as you inhale deeply. Exhale, fold. And then slowly rise to mountain. Those arms up overhead. Inhale high. Grabbing your right wrist and reaching over your head, keeping that chest nice and proud towards the front of the room. Inhale back to center, switching wrists. Come back up. Take those hands, bring them to your heart. Nice deep breath here. Let it go. Inhale up. And fold. Half lift. And fold. And rise. Cactus your arms, exhaling. Inhaling up. And fold. Half lift. And fold. And rise. Cactusing those arms one more time. Inhaling up. Fold. Half lift. And fold. And chair pose. Look at those toes, light on the toes, heavy on the four corners of your feet. Taking those pinky fingers, bringing them towards each other. If this is a little too much on your shoulders, you can always take your arms wider. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Fold. And rise. Cactus your arms. Inhaling up. And fold. Half lift. Plant your palms on the mat. Take your right foot back. Take your knee to the floor. Inhale, both arms up. Take a breath here. Let it go. Hands to the floor. Left foot back, high plank. Right foot forward, knee down. Inhale up. Inhale up. Both palms down, take a high plank again. Take those knees to the floor. Squeeze those arms to your sides as you lower all the way down to the floor. Find your cobra. Lifting that chest up, light on the hands. Toenails into the mat. Really feeling that back firing up. Exhaling down. Come to your hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in downward facing dog, looking up towards your thumbs, bringing our right thumb to our right foot to our right thumb for warrior one. Try to find that nice strong foundation. Back foot is flat. Front foot is flat. Front leg is bent. Looking good. Arms up. Sinking into that front leg. Take those hands to a T. And then behind you, either placing your hands on your hips or grabbing those hands. Nice open heart. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, find humble warrior. Nice strong legs, nice tight core. And as you find your next inhale, slowly rise. Untangle those arms, take them up overhead. And let's find a flow here. Taking your hands to the floor. Taking your foot back behind you for a high plank. And then let's do a low plank. So we're taking our push-up, taking those arms, and we're just letting them graze against our sides. And then find cobra or upward facing dog. Good job, girls. Downward facing dog. Looking up to your thumb, left foot, warrior one. Nice strong foundation, bring it up nice and tall. Taking it out to a T, and then arms behind you. Nice open shoulders, stretching out that heart, that chest. Inhaling and humble. Challenge yourself not to dig those toes into that mat. That's my big. No, let me dig my toes in. Inhale as you rise. Your form looks awesome. Inhale up and flow if you'd like. If you don't want to flow, you can go straight to downward facing dog right now. Or if you want to take high plank and low plank with those arms at that side, and then cobra or upward facing dog. Very good. Downward facing dog. Taking our right foot to our right thumb again here. Warrior one. Inhaling up. We won't stay here long though. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. Spin that body to the side. Chest faces the side. Hips face the side. Really strong fingers. Sending that energy out. Flip that front palm as you inhale, reverse your warrior. Sinking into that front knee. Take a breath here. Warrior two. Bringing that back arm over. Take a flow if you'd like, or find downward facing dog. Take a flow, high, low. Upward facing and downward facing. Very nice. Looking up to that thumb, left hand. Bring that left foot, left hand, warrior one. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. Those feet right where you want them. Looking good. I like that back foot parallel to the back of your mat. Take a breath. Inhale, flipping that palm, reverse that warrior. Sinking into that front knee. Inhale back to warrior two. And then cartwheel that back arm over. Down to the mat. High plank. Low plank if you want. Or just find that downward facing dog. This is your practice. So if you want child's pose, that's another option too. Just meet me in downward facing. Notice how you're feeling here. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Right foot, warrior two. That foot where you want it, that foundation. Bring those arms up. Let's dance this warrior now. Flipping it and reversing it. Get breath here. Warrior two. Extended side angle. Arm can be up over or over your ear. For a little challenge, you can always take that bottom arm off. Inhale back to warrior two. Let's do it one more time. Reverse it. Linking that breath, inhaling. Exhale, warrior two. Extended side angle. Whatever you chose to do, maybe you want to change it this time. Opening up that heart by taking that arm back behind you, spinning that chest open and looking up to the sky. Inhale back up. Nice work, girls. Now let's take this front leg and straighten it. And then take that back foot in just a bit. And let's find a triangle on this side. So both legs are straight, hips are to the side, arms are out in a warrior two. Reaching forward. And you can't reach forward anymore. Windmill those arms. One up, one down. Hand on your shin. Feel this in your inner thigh. Relax those toes. Inhale back up. Warrior two again. Sinking into that leg. Cartwheel that back arm over. Take the flow if you'd like. Or meet me in downward facing dog. So if you flow, you want to do your high push-up, raising those arms at the sides of your body, low push-up, upward facing, and downward facing. Nice work. Walking it out, we're going to the other side now, so looking up to that left thumb, left foot, left thumb, warrior two. Taking that knee, making sure it's nice and open here. Sinking in, looking over that middle finger. Flipping that palm and reversing that warrior. Finding that breath. Extended side angle. Try to match this side to the other side, whatever you chose to do there. Challenge yourself not to hold your breath. If you start to notice that your mind is wandering, bring it back to your breath. Let's do this one more time, warrior two, and reverse it. Back to warrior two, extended side angle. This time, if you'd like to follow me, you can. Taking that top arm back behind you, spinning that chest open, that heart. Warrior two. We're going to close those legs just a little bit, straightening both of them. Leaning forward. It's like two plates of glass on each side of us. And you can't go anymore with all those arms. Triangle. And your inhale, on your next inhale, rise. Very good. Find warrior two. You girls look pretty tonight. That form is nice. Take this back arm up and over. Take a flow here. High, low. Upward, or cobra, and downward. Take a deep breath and let it go. Bringing that right foot to that right hand. We're going to take a warrior two one more time. And this time, let's straighten that leg and let's tick-tock this front foot to the side. So we're in a wide leg forward fold here. Inhaling your arms up. And then taking that fold. Exhaling as you sink your head down towards the floor. Take your left hand, put it in front of your face on the floor, right hand to the ceiling. Couple breaths here. And switch sides. Other arm up nice and tall. Bringing that hand back down. Take your fingertips, move them back behind you, in between your legs as far as they'll go. Tucking that chin. Take a deep breath, let it go. Bring your hands back under your face. Take a half lift here. And then hands to your hip creases. And then slowly, carefully rise with a flat back. Very good. Inhaling up. And then just take your back foot and just step to the front. Inhaling those arms up. And fold. Half lift. And fold. Take your fingertips. Reach them around your big toe. And remember, your knees can be bent. Your chest is just laying on those legs. We're going to take an inhale, and as we inhale, we're going to do a flat back, front of the head to the front of the room, and then straighten your legs just a bit. So inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. You can take your elbows wide. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Checking out those hamstrings. And slowly rise. Take your arms up overhead and back down to your heart. Take your right foot back for warrior two. Bringing that front leg, tucking it to the side one more time here. Inhaling those arms up and folding forward. Taking both hands, walking them over to your left foot. Slowly, gently walking your hands over to your right foot. Coming back to center. Half lift if you'd like. Hands to your hips, and then slowly flat back up. Nice work. Last thing we're going to do is a crescent lunge. So step to the top, inhaling your arms up, and fold. Half lift, and fold. Come back up. Hands to heart. Take your right foot back behind you, popping that heel up. Sitting those hands up, practicing our balance here. Nice strong legs. Spinning those pinky fingers in. Take your right hand to your left knee and your left hand back. Inhaling your arms up overhead. Taking your palms down to the floor. I'm just going to do a scissor switch here, bringing that leg back, high plank. Bring your right foot up. Rise for crescent lunge here. Taking your left hand to that knee, right arm back. This begins our balance. Find that inhale, bring your arms up. Step your back foot to meet your front foot. Nice work. Very good. All right, let's do dancing Shiva, but we won't straighten our leg. We'll just keep it bent. So we're going to take our leg, our knee, we're going to bend it like this. We're going to take your opposite hand to that knee, and then the knee that's up, that arm is going to go back behind you. So your goal is to find a spot in the room, stare at it, and really focus on keeping that rounded foot nice and strong. Ready? Slowly come forward. Roll out that ankle. Make it light. Take that left foot, ground it. No. Yeah. Is that right? Bring up your right knee. Stand up. Take your left hand to that right knee and that arm back. And then challenge, if you can. Oh, each time I do it, I wobble. One side is always harder than the other, and this side's hard for me. Nice strong leg, nice strong core. I hear some nice breathing through it, which is awesome. And then slowly come down. All right, now we're going to do warrior 3. So you can start on whichever leg you would like to. We're going to hinge at those hips, going forward. And when I say this, I'm going to turn away from you for just a second to show you. So your leg is back behind you, but you want to try to internally rotate that leg and it drops this hip so that those hips are nice and even. Arms can be back behind you, at the sides, or over your head, whichever you choose for that warrior 3. This is really going to fire up our quad. It's going to fire up our calf muscle. And of course, challenge our mental. Our balance. As you come up as slowly and carefully as you can. Very pretty, Holly. Roll out that leg, that ankle. And let's do the other side. What'd you say?
So I'm very surprised about my balance. I didn't think.
You mean today or always?
Not today. I didn't feel very balanced.
So it's all coming together here in class. Okay. Slowly and carefully come down. Ooh. All right, we're going to do dancer now. So we're going to grab the inside of your foot, and then maybe this is where you want to be today, where you just hold on to that foot, and you have your hand up, and this is enough balance. If you want to take it a step further, you're going to want to hinge at your hips, reaching forward, lifting that leg up. Just finding that drishti, finding that spot. Calf muscles on fire. Slowly come down. Woo. Alright, let's go ahead and switch sides here. Almost finished with balance. Grabbing the inside of that foot. Maybe you just want to stay right here. If you want to hinge it, go for it. Nice and slowly and carefully. Anybody want to do any special balance pose before we stop? Is there something that you're like, oh, I hope we do this? All right, I think we're done then. We can go home.
I need to lay on the floor.
Yeah. We're just gonna watch you lay on the floor now. So, all right, we're gonna inhale. We're gonna go to plank. We gotta do a little bit of core before we relax. So inhale up. And hold. Take your feet back. Now really tighten up that core. And remember, your hands can be up like this, where you're on your hands, or you can take it down to your forearms if that feels better. We're going to challenge ourselves to stay in this plank for just a little bit. So really start to focus on that breath, focus on that core. You have a nice strong core, and if we keep working on that core, then our lower back becomes free of pain. Now what I want you to do here is I want you to challenge yourself. Remember, you can always drop to your knees if you need to. But I'd like for you to alternate your knees. Take them one at a time just toward the floor. Nice, strong core. Let's hold it for 10 more seconds here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Now slowly let's take it down into that low push-up like we've done. You can come to your knees if you'd like. Just take it all the way down to your belly. Taking your hands and just placing them at the top of your mat, placing your cheek on that top hand, lifting your feet up towards the ceiling, your knees are bent, windshield wiper your legs side to side. Take your fingertips to the top edge of your mat. Come up on your forearms, stretching out that back, stretching out that core, and just looking down your nose towards your mat in Sphinx pose. Finding your breath. As you exhale, release down, placing the opposite arm on top of that other arm. Placing your opposite cheek down, and then let's windshield wiper those legs one more time. And come back to neutral. Let's find a locust pose here. Toenails are in the mat. Arms are down at your sides, palms facing the ceiling. And the whole time we do this pose, I want you to keep your eyes on your mat. I don't want you to look up and look around. So we want a nice long spine. We're going to lift up our entire body except for our pelvis. Engaging that lower back. Trying not to hold our breath. And as you exhale, release down to the mat. Let's do this one more time. You can keep your arms where they are with those palms facing the ceiling, or you can follow me. Inhaling up. Now take your arms out like an airplane, only if you like. And then up over your head like Superman. Back to the sides. And then down by your hips and release. Lift those knees up, move them side to side, windshield wiper. And let's find pigeon pose. Up to hands and knees. I like to get in pigeon from downward facing dog. So lifting my hips up high, lifting my right leg, bringing that knee inward towards my tummy, and laying the outside of that leg down on the floor. That's it. Get situated. That back foot is nice and straight down your mat. And then just release. The last 15 minutes of class, we're going to do without music and silence. I hope that doesn't bother anyone. Just focus on your breathing. Oh, I thought my battery on my phone went dead, guys. Sorry. Yes, it didn't. Challenge yourself to take as deep of a breath as you can into those lungs. All the way into that hip and let it go. A couple more deep breaths and then we'll switch sides. Nice deep breath on this leg. And plant those palms onto your mat. Tuck that back toe. Let's find a downward facing dog here. And then just being really mindful. Notice the difference in your hips. Notice the difference in your legs. Be very mindful. Noticing what yoga does for us. Take a deep breath in this downward facing dog. Lifting that left leg up. And repeating pigeon on the opposite side. Surrender to your mat, releasing that hip, breathing your breath to your tight areas. Couple more deep breaths in this pose. We're going to transition to our bottoms by just coming up carefully and slowly and just falling to that hip, bringing that right leg up and around. So we've got our left leg in bent, with our heel in the earth going, our right leg straight, foot flexed. We're going to do two kinds of stretches here. First time we're going to lift our arms up and face that leg. And then reach with your heart and your chest toward that knee. We're not going to get very far. When you do get down to where you can't go any further, then slowly, carefully, just bring your nose and your neck and your head towards that knee. With each inhale and exhale, see if you can take it just maybe a centimeter deeper. Notice where the stretch is happening on the back side of you. And in that lower back area, but more on the opposite side. And let's find our inhale and rise. Bring those arms up overhead. And down to your heart. We've got that right leg straight. Let's take that right arm and we're just going to trace down the side of that leg, keeping our chest and our heart open to the front, reaching that arm overhead. Notice where the stretch is happening here. And nice inhale, release up. Taking that hand, placing it behind that hip, and then lifting your hip up for a baby back in here. And slowly lowering down. Let's switch legs. Inhaling your arms up overhead. Turn to face that leg. Reaching with your heart and your chest. And the last thing is your nose towards your knee. One more nice deep breath here. And slowly rise, sitting that hand down that leg. Keeping that chest open to the front of the room. Taking that opposite arm over. That right arm back behind that hip, lifting those hips and reaching back. Take one cycle of breath here, nice and deep. And as you exhale, release. Both legs straight in front of you, toes toward those shins, nice and tall spine. Inhaling those arms up. Leading with that chest and folding forward. Bringing that nose to those knees. And your next inhale, rise. Let's go down for bridge pose. So taking those knees, bending them, placing your feet on the floor. Slowly lowering that back down. Taking those heels, bringing them close to your bottom. Really digging those heels into your mat. Lifting your pelvis up towards the ceiling. Feeling that back engage. Noticing those knees. Think of a loaf of bread between those knees. You don't want to drop it, but you don't want to squish it. Finding that breath. Be mindful of your spine, and let's lower down one vertebrae at a time. Taking your feet to your toes, heels up. The last thing to come down is that tailbone, and then your heels. Now just take those heels right where they are, windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Bringing your knees into your chest. Take a nice deep breath here. Allowing your knees to drop to the left side or right side, doesn't matter. Taking your torso and the top half of your body to the opposite side for a nice spinal twist. Grabbing those knees again. Repeating on the opposite side. And bringing those knees back into your chest. Maybe rocking side to side. Feeling that on your lower back. And then taking those feet straight up to the ceiling, legs straight for waterfall. This would be a perfect time if you had that block, placing it under your bottom. You may even just take your hands and put them underneath your hips, lifting that bottom up just a little bit more. We're signaling to our body that it is rest time. We've worked very hard tonight. Waterfall is a great inversion, allowing that heart to not work as hard. When you're ready to find your final resting pose, taking those heels out to the corners of your mat, allowing your toes to spill to the sides, spinning your palms open. Take inventory of your entire body from head to toe, relaxing your eyebrows, your cheeks, relaxing your palms of your hands, your arms, your belly, all the way down your legs to your toes. Take one nice deep breath as a class and let it go as you relax. Begin to start wiggling your fingers to your toes. Take a deep breath in. Start waking your body up. Notice this nice feeling of peace that you have. Challenge yourself to bottle it up. Take it with you. As you slowly begin to relax your body back up to a seated position in your own way. Taking your time, bringing your hands to your heart, your eyes closed or your gaze soft. Take a moment to thank yourself for taking this hour just for you. In yoga, the light in me honors and respects the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.
Very good, Anita. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Yes. Thank you. I'll see you next time.